Good morning. I watched What Would That Be? Season 12. I'm not sure what episode. But this past Sunday's episode of Married to Medicine. And probably if you watched it, you are talking about Dr. Simone. I feel that Dr. Simone and Cecil are in trouble. And that was confirmed with the live that they did or that I saw last night. What happened is they were having a family dinner looks like at the boys' apartment, their son's apartment. Both sons have graduated college, and I understand what Dr. Simone means when she said, now it is time to pay bills. That's how I look at it as well. I don't know if my husband even agree, but he's the one, of course, who earns more money. So they get to make, I agree, more financial decisions, okay? So the younger one wants to go to law school. That's wonderful. However, since he has graduated, Dr. Simone allegedly feels that he should pay for most of it himself, while she is still willing to pay the bills of where they live. And I think that's great. Similar to what we're doing for our boys. And one is getting ready to graduate. Okay? So, this son, the younger one, he would like, at least I'm assuming he's the younger one, just because he's shorter. But the younger one, he also hinted at a new car. He says he's tired of his Jeep. The way I feel about that, my two boys happen to have used cars that their dad purchased. But my feeling is you get a new car, whatever you want, once you get a job after your degree. Mind you, if you can afford it. If you cannot afford it, you just go ahead with an apartment until you can purchase a condo and worry about the new car later. Because now you need to start practicing being an adult and lean on your parents much less. And if your job finally is paying the big bucks that equal your degree, perhaps you can pay all your bills. That's how I feel about it. And I'm assuming that Dr. Simone really feels like that. However, in this live that I saw, the young man says he now has a Tesla. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, that his mom purchased that. And he also said that they've gone to New York and had a great time. And I'm not sure if that was the whole family or just him and Dr. Simone. So I was pleased to see that the family is okay. However, Cecil, the husband, said, I can understand what happens to people who are getting a divorce. He felt like Kelsey's grandma, ex-wife from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Camille Grammer, when she allegedly felt that she was on the show so that Kelsey Grammer, her husband, the actor, could announce that he wanted to divorce her. Now, she was a beautiful woman. And the woman, he left her with, in my opinion, didn't look anything like her. I digress. It doesn't matter what you look like if a man wants that other person. Moving on. So that bothered me that he would even mention the big D. We know that a lot of these shows, that's the outcome, unfortunately. These women start making this money and they can make a lot of decisions. You really are in control when you have the money. And their marriage falls through. It doesn't work out for whatever reason. And he didn't say that. He was still being the kind, easygoing Cecil. But he did also say that he didn't like on the show, and she does say it at the end of the show when they're having a birthday dinner for Brandy, the new cosmetic doctor. I think her exact position is nurse practitioner, and I know I didn't say that right. But she has her own business on the show, and she's having a birthday dinner. And Dr. Simone says to Dr. Contessa, no, I've been married 29 years, and they still will not do what you expect them to do. And that bothered Cecil. So that seems like the foundation for, destroying their relationship, embarrassing him on television, and then it is played over and over in reruns, and then it comes up again in reunion, and he has to talk about how he felt, and they probably even show this live during the reunion. So my heart goes out to the family, and I'm wishing the best, because just like Dr. Contessa said at the end, she was not referencing Dr. Simone. She was talking about her own relationship, because the ladies were on her just to mess with her, to entertain me, that her husband did not pay for her alleged 40,000 plus birthday party, 70s party. It was decked out. It was like the movie Casino with my boyfriend in my head, Robert De Niro. Yeah, I got a crush on him. So it was wonderful. And Dr. Contessa said that she makes her own money, and she could pay for her own party if she wants to. And the women were saying, well, especially Dr. Heavenly said this without Dr. Contessa's presence, of course. She said, okay, Brandy, so your husband paid for this dinner, and Dr. Contessa, she said Contessa's husband, did not pay for her party. And then Dr. Contessa later said, without even knowing that exact statement was made, what's this? This is a sit-down dinner. And she, took out some money out of her purse and threw it on the table as if I could pay for my own meal. Your husband doesn't have to pay for my drinking meal, because I would be underwhelmed, not overwhelmed, but underwhelmed if my husband did this for me. Of course, that was a low dig. Dr. Contessa is doing her job on this show. All the women's mouths were agape, and I was too. But I'm glad Brandy didn't look too upset. She was like, I know you're in your feelings. Like, enjoy your meal and your drink, basically. She understands the assignment. You can't sit there and have fun and expect to stay on TV. Speaking of which, the one named Angel, the new doctor, beautiful, small young lady, for now, she's not coming across with a storyline. So I don't know. Oh, bad accident over there, causing traffic to be backed up. So I'm grateful I'm not on that side of the street. So I don't know if this beautiful young lady, Dr. Angel, will stay on the show or not. So I need to see more from her. Quad is interested in going to Ghana to try to get pregnant, because she know of somebody who's 46 who got pregnant with triplets under this doctor in Ghana. So I'm wishing her well. They're going to show what she endured, and I hope it turns out well, by going to Ghana and having Jackie as her, Dr. Jackie, as her stateside doctor. And this doctor or team in Ghana, so I'll back up all the way here, that this team in Ghana is helping her get pregnant. And I love how she and Keen, her boyfriend, Quan and her boyfriend, they're very playful with each other. She wasn't like that with her husband, Dr. Gregory. And maybe because he wasn't as cool as Keen is. He's a psychologist, a therapist, and he's just different. And Keen is a businessman, and he's just cooler than that. I saw Funky Deneva at Dr. Contessa's party. I didn't see him in the first episode. I was busy folding laundry. But I had my eyes peeled on the show this morning on Peacock, because I wanted to be able to talk about it with you in case I missed anything. And I missed Funky Geneva. He was at Dr. Contessa's party. And what else stood out is that I felt that I was forgetting my girl's name, Toya. I don't know why. But Toya has a lot of nerve, really basically condemning. She, led this condemnation of Contessa. She felt like Contessa should be putting that in her building that she is refurbishing. I get it. That $40,000 plus could have been put in her building so that Dr. Eugene could go on and move in his room as well. That's Toya's husband. However, Toya, when did you get so great at money? I mean, Dr. Simone used to attack you about being wasteful like she attacks Quad. So I just find that to be interesting, that you have moved and now you're not even saying you're in your forever home right now. But I think your sons would like to have the same friends, would like to graduate with people that they've gotten to know. You said you wouldn't spend that amount of money on your boys' graduation, and Simone did admit that she only spent $5,000 on her boys' joint graduation party after college. And Toya said that her wedding even cost $75,000, and Dr. Mimi said when, because she's thinking, weddings didn't cost a lot back in the day. All right, it was just that we didn't have a lot of money to spend. That could be it. But if maybe, I think Dr. Eugene was studying to become a doctor. Maybe he had graduated. And maybe Toya's parents had some money. And maybe Toya had some money too as a pharmaceutical person. So, I don't know. What else stood out is Dr. Jackie basically defended herself, and I like that. She's been doing a lot of that lately. When Toya said at Brandy's sit-down dinner, don't feel bad if you're not dressed for the part. The ladies look great. It was Toya's, a Chanel shiny t-shirt to me with her black, very short leather skirt that wasn't classy to me. However, Jackie was like this person with, all of her brand names, designer does, when she really needs to be shopping at Zara. And they got a point. Don't put all your money on your back, as people say. I like things too, but I don't have a lot of money, but I don't put all my money on my back. And then Jackie told Toya at the table, because that was in her confessional when she said that. She told Toya at the table, something about not being professional, though they're looking professional. I guess her and the other ladies, especially her buddies, Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly. And Toya was like, who you talking about? And she said, oh, no, just you. And then Toya said, well, I don't want to be professional if I'm going to look like you, something like that. So they were already, aiming and hitting under the belt even before, like Brandy said, they said happy birthday to her. So what stood out again was Dr. Simone's argument in this show, and even Dr. Heavenly spoke with Carlos King and said that it was even worse than what we saw, that Dr. Simone yelled at Cecil and her two boys and threw out the F-bombs for each one of them. So they didn't show everything, that it was actually a scene of 45 minutes to an hour, like Cecil said, and it was worse than what we thought. So I I want Dr. Simone, and she's who she is. I want her to try to get control of herself, but they've already taped the show. We're going to see what we see. And as a doctor, to try not to go off like that is entertaining, and it's not. I would have rather that, she does some quick one-liners with the girls and not hit people in the throat, including our own children, because of course they are a family. We want to know we want everybody to be transparent. We want to know about their lives, but we don't want to see families breaking apart. And that's a fact. Alrighty, enjoyed this episode, of course. Peace and blessings, and Merry Christmas.